Ever felt disrespected or insulted to the point to where you reacted impulsively with disrespect of your own towards someone? This is a bit of a rhetorical question because most, if not all of us, have. I mean, we're only human, right? We're conditioned to play tit for tat. We're conditioned to get the last word. We're conditioned to be disrespectful and mean to those who are disrespectful and mean to us. It's easy to be this way. It's what we've been taught our whole lives, right? But what's difficult? What is difficult is to stay quiet after disrespect. Why is this difficult? It's because you just been insulted. You just been disrespected. Your emotions are used to getting their way. So you felt the need, you feel the need to react impulsively in a disrespectful manner of your own. Your emotions want you to. But what if you don't? It takes a lot of self-control in these moments of disrespect to not react impulsively. This is truly challenging. And what do I always say? Only challenge causes growth. Only challenge will test your skills and make you better. The older I get, the more I realize how important it is to practice self-control. Hey, I'm a student of personal growth, personal development. And if I've always continued to do what I've always done, which is react to disrespect in the same way that someone has acted towards me, then I'm going to continue to get what I've always gotten. If I continue to react to disrespect, then I'm going to remain stuck. I won't grow into becoming a better me. No, I'll stay stuck. But because I'm a student of personal development, it's a must that I hold myself accountable during times like this. I find it very important to not focus on the hurt that the disrespect from someone causes, but instead focus on my growth, because that's what truly matters. People will always be disrespectful, rude, unkind, and ridicule you. It's the way of the world, especially in today's society. But we have no control over that. We have no control over what other people say or do. So, I see now how important it is to give up this notion that if people don't behave in the way that I think they should behave, then I should let it ruin my day, that I should let it get to me. No, I have no control over nobody's behavior. Hell, a lot of times I have no control over mine. So how in the world am I going to control someone else's rude behavior? I can't. So I refuse to allow myself to place so much focus on it. Instead, focus on my growth, because that's what's going to truly matter. We live in a society to where it's cool to be petty. Just the other day, I saw a young lady walking around with a shirt that says Petty AF. It's cool to be petty in today's society. People will push your buttons just to see how you react. They'll do and say things to get up under your skin. And if they see that you have reacted out of emotion, then that lets them know that they got to you. But if you don't give them the reaction that they're seeking, you don't give them the satisfaction in knowing that they got to you, and you continue on your path to personal growth. Life is too short to always be controlled by people in the external world. You have to look within your world in order to control it. Control what goes on in your inner world when these moments of disrespect happen. You have to choose your battles. Pick and choose your battles. I find that to be very important these days, because a lot of times it's like someone says something to me. Example, if someone who is overweight tells me that I'm fat, why should I let that get to me? Why should I let that get to me? Because it's an absurd comment. It's ridiculous. I mean, I work out. I mean, you can just see that by my appearance. But yet, here I would have an overweight person telling me I'm fat. See how ridiculous that is? It would be for me to respond to that individual with an insult of my own or something. It would be ridiculous, because this person would just be looking to get a reaction out of me by saying such a ridiculous comment, because they would be the one who needs to exercise, not me. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to pick and choose your battles, because not every insult or rude comment deserves a reaction, deserves a response. And when they do, don't act in a disrespectful manner. Learn to pause instead of reacting impulsively. Because in time, you get better at this. In time, you get better at maintaining your peace, maintaining your joy, regardless of what a disrespectful person says or does. What I've discovered is that if you're a student of personal growth and self-discovery, the pain of staying the same will become greater than the pain for change. I don't see how so many people grow older and don't grow wiser. Well, I do know, but it's so unfortunate that not everyone gets wiser with age. Because if you don't get wiser with age, that lets you know that you've been stuck for so many years of your life. Albert Einstein has a quote that goes, "The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results." If you always react with your emotions, you're going to continue to be stuck in this realm of negativity and defeat and unsatisfaction. What I've come to realize is that with a lot of people, as the old saying goes, hurt people hurt people. And instead of responding with disrespect, I see the importance of being empathetic and having compassion for individuals. A lot of individuals are suffering and they're just lashing out, saying hurtful things to people who have done nothing to them. Like about 3 weeks ago when I spoke about in my video, one of my videos, about a guy at an intersection on a bicycle yelling at me and saying, "Hit me, bitch." In that moment I paused. I did not respond out of anger and said insulting words back to him. Instead, I just wondered what terrible type of day he must be having for him to lash out to me like that, because he doesn't know me from a can of paint. A lot of times, it's very important to be empathetic towards a lot of people. They don't know how to control their emotions. They're not students of personal growth and self-discovery. They're just used to suffering, taking themselves through a whole lot of unnecessary self-induced suffering. That's what they're used to. And that's why a lot of people drink, because they're looking to escape from their misery. But of course, like I said in my previous video, if you're drinking alcohol to cope with your problems, you'll never be fully present long enough to get to know yourself and learn to love yourself. That's why it's so important to remain alcohol free. But that's a whole nother topic. Responding with silence is so powerful. In today's society, we're conditioned to believe that being loud is powerful for some reason. Being loud, being obnoxious, being unkind is power. But it's not. No. What's more challenging is to maintain your peace, maintain your joy in times of disrespect. Now that's powerful. That's the most challenging thing to do. That's true strength. And that's what I aim to do each and every day of my life. That's what I'm saying. Only if you challenge yourself each and every day of your life, then you will have purpose for your life. Challenge equals purpose. You have to challenge yourself each and every day of your life to do what's hard. Because if you don't, you just remain stuck in a constant state of mediocrity. It's challenging to stay silent during moments of disrespect. But during these times, I focus on my growth and how proud that's going to make me feel. Not to disrespect at hand. Because in the grand scheme of things, that disrespect won't matter. But what will matter is my personal growth the building up of my character. That's what matters. I realized that at this point in time of my life, how useless it is to try and get revenge on someone and say disrespectful and hurtful things back at them, because that's not going to make me better. That's going to make me bitter. And I'm on the path of becoming the best version of myself. And I ain't going to let nobody stop me. Not no disrespectful asshole. No. The only person that can stop me will be me. And I'm not going to stop myself from becoming the best version of myself. No, I'm going to continue to move forward into becoming a person that I can, whenever I walk in front of a mirror and see my reflection, I can look at myself and smile, because I can reflect back on what I used to be and how far I have come in my journey of personal growth. That's what really matters. Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Oh, excuse me, y'all. That just came to me. And at this time, another song is coming to me. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone all the dark clouds that had me down. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yeah. Excuse me for that, y'all. But yeah, freedom. I have freedom. When you're able to stay quiet in a moment of disrespect, it helps you to gain more freedom and control of your life, because you're taking back your power from the external forces that has held you back, held you down for so many years of your life. You're taking it back, and it feels so good. You're gonna want to sing like I just did during any given time. Freedom feels good. When you take back your power, it feels good. It empowers you, and you will see, if you haven't already, practice personal growth, practice self-discovery, and practice learning to get to know yourself and how to love yourself, because we live in a cruel world, and people will do and say mean things, but you don't have to react. You can respond. And when you get to the point of being able to respond instead of reacting on a consistent basis, that's something that's gonna put a great big old smile on your face and make you proud to be who you are, because you have taken back your power. Self-discovery is a beautiful thing, and we all owe it to ourselves to do better and be better, so we can make our worlds better. If the words that I have shared with you in this video have resonated with you, by all means, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day. God bless.